Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Motorola also announced an earpiece, a Bluetooth earpiece they call the Motorola Hint. And what's nice about the Hint is you can get a back that matches your phone. You see the brown leather back that matches. So when I put it in the ear, you'll notice something immediately about the Motorola Hint.
It matches your phone.
Not only that it matches your phone and it looks like I have a gauge in my ear, but it's tiny and there is no visible microphone. The tininess means you don't have great battery life, about 3 hours of talk time. But it comes with this, carrying case, which has a battery in it as well, and will recharge it 3 times. So the idea is you drive to work with this in there, and then you put it in here.
You take it out and don't use it.
You don't use it.
Hopefully you'll remember
again,
right after it's done. Then put it back in your ear. And
there is a negative on this that when it's charging, a very bright white light pulses the entire time. So it's not suitable for the bedroom.
Yeah.
Which kind of is a problem too. I don't want this in my bedroom because it keeps me up at night. The Hint is designed to work with, and it's really a Bluetooth headpiece that will work with any phone, even the iPhone, but has some special features that work with the Moto X. It understands the always listening feature of Moto X. And in fact, it's kind of neat because you don't have to touch the headset. You can touch it to trigger Siri, for instance, if you're using an iPhone. But if you're using a Moto X, you just say, wake up, Moto X, and it won't wake up the phone, but it's supposed to. I moved it. That's cool. By the way, this is another new thing on the Moto X, is it has infrared sensors in the corners. So in the past, the active display would pulse time and notifications. Now it just sits there passively until you pass your hand over it.
That's cool.
And it says that what the time is and if you have any notifications. That's an improvement. The Hint, however, terrible microphone in your ear. So I've called people and they go, what the hell? I can't hear you. Oh, that's because I'm talking to you through my ear. It also doesn't work very well with the wake up command. That's not great. You have to say it 3 or 4 times. It can go in either ear, which is kind of nice. And when you in its ear, it's got an ear sensor. I don't know if it's infrared or if it's darkness or what, but it knows when it's in your ear and turns on.
It's a tiny little theremin in there.
It's a little thing that goes woo, and it knows when it's in your ear and it knows when it's not. So when you put it in your ear, it wakes up and it turns on and plays a little music and says, I'm on, and you have how much battery time you have left. Moto Hint connected, 3 hours, more than 3 hours of battery life, or talk time, I guess they call it. So, $150. Pros and cons. Looks good. Small. It's in control and out of sight. Cons. It's really, really expensive. It isn't better than any other, particularly better than any other Bluetooth headset. You can get one for 1/3 the price that works.
You can get a Moto G for that price.
Yeah, just as much as a phone. And you look kind of like a dork, frankly, walking around with your giant earbud. If Scarlett Johansson's voice were on here, maybe. But this is a do not buy. So unfortunately, of the trio, the Moto X phone, the Moto Hint, and the Moto 360 watch, this is the only part I'm going to keep, unfortunately. The rest of it, I'm sorry to say, is not a winner.
I thought that was a home button. This is 2 speakers.
Well, and they're not even speakers, okay?
What?
They look like they've got speakers at the front. This one's a speaker. This one doesn't do, I think it's the microphone for it doesn't do anything.
Right. 1
speaker, 2 speaker grills. You figure it out.
Yeah.
Also a ring flash, which doesn't really do anything. Yeah, I'm sad because I really wanted to love the Moto X. I really did, but it's just a disappointment. And the Hint is a definite do not buy. Too expensive, does too little, and I'm gonna lose it.
Doesn't do it well either.
Doesn't do what it does. Doesn't do well. But this is kind of cool. Look, it goes right in there, and it charges it, and then you just let it sit there.
I don't know why. It's just funny. It's like, this is kind of cool because of the huge downfall of only 3 hours battery life. They give you a carrying case.
Well, what'd you expect? It's the size of a dime. All right, there you go. Do not buy on the Moto X and do not buy on the Hint.